Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Grim, and this is my bookshelf review of Lyla in the Flesh by Nick Roberts. I have an insane love for Nick and his writing style, and all the, not all, I can't say all because I have not read his entire library, but I got started with Mean-Spirited, which is a phenomenal book, and then I read the Exorcist House series, which is phenomenal. I 100% recommend. So Lyla in the Flesh is his new venture. It was put out in January 13th of 2026, and it's like about 292 pages. So it's pretty brief, pretty easy read to get through. I have been away, obviously, and I have been reading a little bit more and just been stepping away from this. There's some stuff I wanted to do differently with this. Like, I'm thinking I've been journaling my books that I've been reading, and I think it's helped me ultimately with like remembering stuff, big key points, and a lot of big details. It'll help in this. And I have this in my notes to maybe talk about later, but I guess I can bring it up now. I've thought about maybe going like deeper into stuff and like really talking about, like, with spoilers obviously, but like really like getting into the meat of some stuff and like really get into like some in-depth reviews, or like really talk about some really cool stuff. I don't know, that's something anybody would be interested in, just let me know. Beyond that, let's get to the back of the book. After being rejected by her dream graduate schools, 22-year-old Lyla Robbins receives an acceptance letter for a free ride to the Claymont Residency for Writers, an elite and mysterious program located in the modernized castle in the heart of Italy. Lyla soon learns of the excessive rules regarding curfews, cell phones, and strict deadlines. While everyone else is focused on submitting their work to the reclusive editor known only as the Reader, she sees shadowy figures in her room and notices eerie changes in her friends. While philanthropic benefactors Lester and Regina Sterling arrive, Lyla investigates the connections between them and the darkness haunting the grounds. The further she digs, the more horror she uncovers, leading to a shocking secret with sinister repercussions. So I will say off the top, the journaling thing that I talked about has helped in tremendous fashion, because it has really helped me keep all of my like ducks in a row, like all my thoughts and everything together. So I hope this does help. So I read it and go back. I'm like, oh, that's right. This thing happened. This thing happened. This thing happened. Stuff I totally forgotten. I will say off the top, the themes in this book aren't necessarily the deepest, but I think, in my opinion, it's best not to overcomplicate some stuff. I feel like initially, I mean, the book is premised on this girl who wants to be a horror writer and go to Italy by a horror author. Definitely, I think, projects some of himself, maybe younger, whenever he started, out onto her and some of her feelings and anxieties in general, like issues maybe coming through, stuff like he had gone through. You can kind of put in the book, a little tongue-in-cheek. But that's, my thought on it versus what he's actually trying to do. So in the book, Lyla moves halfway across the world and leaves almost everything behind. Family, friends, what little friend she has, like a lot of like her worldly possessions, leaves all behind to pursue her career. The program does pay for everything. When it says it's all-inclusive, it is all-inclusive. It's almost like a resort-esque thing for writers. Like I said, it is a residency. I mean, they pay for her clothing, her food, and this won't give anything away, but there's a thing in a book that happens. There's like a big to-do, like a big fancy thing, and she's like, I don't have any fancy clothes, And she comes to her room, and there's just an assortment of really nice clothing that's like sized to her specifically. In there, those people are paying big money for it. And like the back of the book says, but that does come with some strange rules. In that, really, the rules play a huge part. Like, not allowed to have cell phones. Like, that's a weird one. Unless you meet certain goals, you're not allowed to do this. You like basic stuff like leave the grounds, essentially. It can't be out like after 10 p.m. and you can't be out until 9 or like 5 a.m. or something like that. So, like it's in the beginning, the book does take place in like a super rural, right in the middle of Italy. A lot of the locals are very trepidatious about the writers and the staff at the Claymont facility. They don't really interact with students or the facility either. They kind of shy away from them. They almost act scared, or they're more like pissed off that they're there, or they treat them differently when they do come to town and they go to shops. And just full blown, just like that, don't want anything to do with you, or just please stay away. The meat of the story does, like, it feels like a really fun haunted castle scenario, and it's very, in my mind, it's kind of similar to if you have ever read Hell House by Richard Matheson. Phenomenal read, by the way, very good book. It kind of reminds me of that in a way, which is like everybody's kind of experiencing their own thing. Granted, this is like the point of view of just Lyla, but like you can tell everyone like experiences their own thing and has different ideas and perspectives on what's happening, even though it's not voiced. You can kind of see it in the way the characters act, and you can tell like there's some weird shit happens in this book. And it also, I mean, of course, it's a horror book, has some really, really good sudden scares in it, with some super unexpected twists and turns. Nick Roberts, as a writer, is very good at just like, he's a very scary guy. Like his writing is very scary. He himself seems like a very nice guy. Maybe that's a poor choice of words. He seems like a very nice guy on like videos he's put out. But some of his writing is fucking spooky, and it's just like all of a sudden, like, oh my god, why that just happened. A lot of that. I feel like this book is a very mixed bag and is a big variety. It's like, it's a mystery. Some of it's fucking gory. It's like supernatural. There's jump scares. There's a whole lot just packed. It's like a very dense little snack. It's very good. My closing opinions, man. I mean, the book rocks. Plain and simple. There are some parts that are predictable, but I think that is... I don't think it took away from the overall experience that I had reading it. I super enjoyed the book. The characters are all very believable. They're very well written, even if they don't have a lot of like screen time per se. I felt like I got to know the characters fairly well, and the characters that do come up, like, oh, I've met this person in real life before. The scares are really fucking good, and there is one in this book that, like, I can't talk about it without spoiling it, but it made my fucking skin crawl, and it made me like, not like check under the bed, but it made me like lay in bed with my wife, and I was like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to go to bed right now. I'm scared. Nick Roberts over time has become one of my favorites, and I can happily say he fucking nailed this. Like just so good. I will give it 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. Definitely one to add to the bookshelf. It's definitely one to keep up there. It's a blisteringly fast read. None of it's boring. All gas, no brakes. Definitely one to keep around. I will say, like I mentioned in the beginning, I'm thinking about doing more like a real in-depth look at books, because books like this one has so much to it. Like, there's so like big things to like really dig into, or maybe I do like a video of non-spoiler versus spoiler, or like do a section of the video that's not spoiler and a section that is a spoiler, or just assume you've read the book when you come read this or watch this, or maybe assume you don't. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think a separate long form video where I just word vomit for however long, less edited, more like digging into it, more of a conversation, one-sided conversation, kind of like what I'm doing now, but really like getting into it, not really worrying about spoiling it, more talking about like plot points, things that are happening in it progressively through time. I just read a book, it's fairly lengthy, that I would love to do it on, called The Malice, which I'm going to do a review on, but I want, like, that would be a really good one to really dissect and like talk about characters, certain struggles, stuff like that. But thanks for watching. I'm going to try to do these when I can. I like doing these. I'm busy. And, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you the next time. Peace.